Hello everybody, welcome back to Beating the Odds. It is Thursday, October 31st, Halloween, baby, 2024. We are back with our best bets of the day. We have 5 picks for you guys here today, 3 NFL plays, 2 NBA plays today. If you're in the channel, my name is Zach and welcome to Beating the Odds. Let's recap yesterday's results. So yesterday didn't go the day we wanted for free picks. Members only best bets. Once we put the most money on, we did a good job. Knicks money line and Cavs -4.5 were nice wins there. Under 6.5 Tampa Bay and Colorado, it was bad. Under 6.5 Detroit and Winnipeg, not good. And then we got a little bit of bad luck. I mean, the Bulls won, which was nice. But the Grizzlies -12.5, damn near half their team got hurt midway through the game. Celtics -6.5 just came out flat. And then over 48.5, we got screwed there. Kennesaw State and Western Kentucky should be ashamed of themselves. They just didn't score the whole third quarter. I mean, it was a 24-7 game at halftime. And we just couldn't get over it. I don't know how that happens. They scored 14 points the whole second half. They scored 31 the first half. But it is what it is. I feel good about today. I feel very, very good about today. We improved over Tuesday, which is really saying something. But for the year, we're in a fantastic position. The records are all in the pin column below. We update those every single day, so you guys can check on how we're doing. But we have, like I said, 5 plays for you guys here today. I have some takeaways from yesterday as well. So first things first from yesterday. Dude, first off, World Series champs, Dodgers, congrats to Dodgers. Who could have seen it coming? I mean, when they only bought the best player in the NL, Freddie Freeman. They only bought the best player in the AL, Mookie Betts. They bought the best player in the world in Shohei Ohtani, which, by the way, his contract it's a work of art with all the deferred money. He gets barely any up front and then gets all of it after he's going to leave California. Such a smart move. I love to see how he screwed over California. And also you have the best pitching staff, and you have a deep lineup that you just bought. I mean, who could have seen the Dodgers winning the World Series coming? I mean, no one predicted it in March. I mean, no one could have predicted it. I do like the fact that having the Yankees, who they were doing that for years and years and years, and they got a taste of medicine, which was very fun. I really feel bad for Juan Soto, though, because he's like God, he's so good. He's like I miss him so much. Come back, Juan, if you ever watch this, come back to the Nationals. But even so, congrats to the Dodgers. By the way, yesterday, Garrett Cole and Anthony Rizzo completely ruined that game for the Yankees. I mean, with that blown first base cover, it was bases loaded, 2 outs. All you got to do if you're Garrett Cole is run to the bag, and you get out of there, you're up 5-0. You go to game 5 and you see what happens. But mental mistake cost the Yankees yesterday. And ever since that dude tried to rip the ball out of Mookie's hand, they deserved it. I think they deserve the curse a little bit, in my opinion. I think the Yankees deserve to lose, but is what it is. Also, another takeaway I got from yesterday, I know it isn't just because they won, but the Bulls have been beating good teams. And is there a possibility the Bulls might be sneaky good this year? Just saying. Now, sneaky good for the Bulls is like being like a 6 seed. But even so, something to look at. But one thing I will say is that the Heat should probably just blow up this team. Like, the Heat should blow up the team unless they can get another score. This team was fantastic 2 years ago when they were the 1 seed, but since then they've just gotten worse and worse and worse. We'll see how they are in the postseason, because obviously Jimmy Butler just becomes damn near prime Dwayne Wade when he gets to the playoffs. But the Bulls look pretty good. The Heat should blow up the team unless they can go get like a Damian Lillard or something like that. I'm going to take a break from the NHL for a day as well when it comes to like betting. We're going to take at least 1 day off, maybe 2, to kind of reset. Because NHL is one of our best sports. We just haven't had it. I'm just going to take a day off from the NHL. But we've got, like I said, 5 plays I want to give you guys here today. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these best bet videos every single day. We're after our first 15,000 subscribers. So I'm excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So let's jump into the plays we have today. I'm going to get started with our first play, which is going to be Joe Mixon. Over 112 rush plus receiving yards. This Jets run defense is one of the worst in the entire league. And you might be saying, well, Zach, it's hyperbolic. That's hyperbolic. They're 17th in the league in rush defense, which is basically league average. However, when you take into account that some of their opponents were the Patriots twice, terrible. The Titans, who can't run the ball for anything. They cannot run the ball under any circumstance. And those are half your opponents. Of course, your run defense is going to look a little bit better when the other team is just throwing the ball over the place. When you look at the teams they've played that are actually good, they get run on nonstop. The Niners, I think, ran for, I'm not joking, I think it was like 190 yards on this. I think Jordan Mason himself ran for like 190 against the Jets. And that's when they were completely healthy on defense. If you look at the Steelers game, they ran all over them. The Vikings game, they ran all over them until Aaron Jones got hurt. Then obviously the Jets played better defensively. On top of that, the Jets defense is really, really, really banged up right now. They're only missing CJ Mosley, a couple of their D tackles, which obviously is not good if you're trying to stop the run. Plus, I think they're going to be using Joe Mixon a lot in the screen game. I think Joe Mixon goes way over this number. I think he can get this number just on rush yards alone. Joe Mixon over 112.5 rush plus receiving yards. Next one with Garrett Wilson over 4.5 catches. A little bit juice, just a little bit, but I still like it because first off, the Texans have one of the worst. I think they're fourth worst against the pass in the NFL right now. And all their defensive attention is probably going to Devontae Adams, but Garrett Wilson is, I think he's a really, really strong number 2 receiver. Maybe you could say he's like a 1B type receiver. They're going to have to do quick passes a lot in this game because Morgan Moses is out. Morgan Moses, is questionable, which he's probably going to be out. Elijah Vera-Tucker is also out. So there's some injuries on the Jets' offensive line. On top of that, Garrett Wilson will be going against the second corner. And because of all the attention going to Devontae, he's going to get a lot of opportunities. And again, Garrett Wilson, he's a great route runner. They're going to use him a lot in the short passing game and hope he can get some yak. I think the catch number is the play to be here. So I'm going Garrett Wilson over 4.5 catches. Next, we're going with the total, which would be the under 42.5 in Houston and New York. Now, some of y'all are going to flame me and be like, how could you bet an under in today's NFL? Because the games go under. Like, this isn't, hard to understand. First things first, I can go through matchups, and we'll go through the money. So, first off, matchups-wise, the O-line for the Jets, like I mentioned, is injured. The D-line for the Jets is absolutely elite. That should help, obviously, with how bad the pass defense is for the Texans. So the Texans pass defense is really, really good. Really bad, but their defensive line is really, really good at getting pressure on the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers cannot move. So they're going to be focused on quick passes, and as long as the defensive backs for the Texans can tackle, we should be able to, I think these drives will be very, very slow. And also on top of that, the Texans lost both Diggs and Nico, so they're going to be without their top 2 receivers. That means Tank Dell is your number 1 wide receiver. I'm not even sure of the rest of the depth chart there. And the Jets' pass defense is really, really solid. Now, run defense-wise, not ideal. But the fact is that if you're running the ball, the clock's rolling. Plus, the sharp money today is all on the under. You can make the case here. First things first, 29% of bets are on the under, while 31% of the money is. That, to me, is a strong bet, along with the matchups being congruent with that. So I'm going with the under 42.5, Jets and Texans. Next, let's jump to the NBA. We're going to go to the Spurs money line plus 105 versus the Jazz. This might be the sharp money is on the Spurs. Like just a minute, I can go through the stats if you guys want to. But the fact is that the Spurs have the sharps, but also the Jazz are just they're not good. This team needs to get a rebuild. Danny Ainge is trying to get draft picks and he's trying to get high draft picks and probably dump salary here at the trade deadline. Markkanen's probably not going to play. He's questionable, and in today's NBA, it probably means he's out. Also, a lot of when you're looking at matchups wise, if Lauri's out, there's not really any player in the front court that's going to challenge Wemby on the defensive end, so he's going to have a really nice offensive game. Then you're going to ask I almost said Walker Buehler, the pitcher for the Dodgers, but Walker Kessler for the Jazz to match up with Wemby. That is not going to go well. Wemby should be able to dominate. Chris Paul is still a pretty good point guard. Harrison Barnes is a good wing defender and a good scorer, a good 3-and-D guy. Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton are both very, very good. But I think that the defensive side of the ball, they're not going to be able to drive. Because Wemby's not going to have to really be worried about, is Walker Kessler going to score 25 on me? Lauri Markkanen, then that's a little different. But with Kessler being his main defensive assignment, and with him being his main defensive assignment, and there's he's going to have with him being his number 1 defensive assignment, and on top of that, the Spurs having good defensive guys on the perimeter, I just don't see where the Jazz are going to get their points. And I just think that the Spurs are going to be able to win this game outright. I know they played last night, but they're also coming off getting blown out. So they're going to be able to play. I think they're playing a lot better in this spot. So give me the Spurs money line plus 105 versus the Jazz. You could do the +2 as well, but I just don't think it's going to be a 1-point game. So I'm going with Spurs money line. Next, we'll go with the Bucks, -6.5 versus the Grizzlies. Smart and Bain are almost certainly not playing this game, given the fact they got hurt last night mid-game and they have a back-to-back and they're traveling. And also, the Grizzlies are coming off a back-to-back. And the Grizzlies are seriously banged up. They have no one to guard Giannis, zero. If you're going to put Jaren Jackson Jr. on him, which is the matchup, by the way, you should do, then Giannis is going to foul him out like midway through the third quarter because Jaren Jackson Jr. has a very, very difficult time playing defense without fouling. Now, if he's like a secondary defender where he comes over for help, that's a good move. But they don't have the players to guard Giannis. If you're going to ask Santi Aldama to guard Giannis, good luck. On top of that, your main defensive player, the defensive player on the perimeter, Marcus Smart, is not going to be playing. More than likely. He's questionable, but he got hurt last night, and I doubt he's going to play. So Damian Lillard should be able to absolutely smoke whoever they put on him. The Grizzlies are very, very banged up right now. The Bucks got smoked by the Celtics last time out, and they're going to bounce back today. And the Grizzlies just don't have the size because you also have Brook Lopez you got to deal with. You have Bobby Portis in the front court. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. genuinely could get fouled out mid-third quarter or at least make him almost not a factor on the defensive end because they've got all the size in the world to get him in foul trouble. If they get Jaren Jackson Jr. in foul trouble, it's just free runs to the rim all day long, and that's exactly what this Bucks team wants to do. I'm going to take the Bucks minus 6.5 here versus the Grizz. They should win this game by 10 or more. Now, guys, just so y'all know, we do have 2 members-only best bets today. We had a winning day yesterday. You can get both those members-only best bets at zdmbets.com/picks. Website is linked in the comments below. As a member, you get all our members-only best bets every single day, so it's profitable best bets on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, you have a direct line to me. So in a game you're considering betting, reach out to our hotline number, get a guaranteed response back about any game you're considering betting, and go to our free picks to on YouTube, send to you before these videos come out. That would take advantage of early lines on the odds. The website is zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks. So guys, let's go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow.